Hi everyone! Happy Halloween! This is part 1 of our Halloween special where the cast will answer Halloween-related questions.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I was just catching up on a little bit of spooky bass practice. My name's Jose Iglesias, and you may know me as the not-so-spooky voice of June, also known as Juniper, also known as Cowboy, also known as Gunslingin' Tootie McCootie. Maybe not that last one, but the fact is you know me as the lovable, green, disturbed, traumatized blonde boy from Andromeda Six.
Howdy, I'm Courtney. I voice Riona in the dub.
Hello, my name is Will, and I voice Bash.
Hey everyone, my name's Jeff. I voice Damon in the Andromeda Six Fandub.
Hey everyone, my name's Martin Leston, and I play Calderon Lynch, otherwise known as Cal.
Hello, my name is Elena, and I voice Ayame.
As a kid, I would often go around picking and choosing the sweet tarts, the Hershey's, the grape-flavored nerds specifically. All the other flavors are trash, and I will absolutely die on this hill. However, lately, as I've grown older and more cynical, I've acquired a taste for dark chocolate things. My mom actually put me on it. She was like, Josecito, tiene que tratar este chocolatito que es delicioso. And I was like, Mom, why do you eat that like bitter shit? It tastes like shit. And she's like, no, mijito, tiene que tratarlo, te va a gustar. And I was like, okay, all right, okay, give it here. And then I chomped on it. Mwah. Tastes good. I guess it's just like one of those things where you like get older and shit tastes better. I don't know if my tongues are just degrading. All of them. I have 8, didn't you know? Makes you very popular with the ladies. Anyway, the bitterness just reminds me of the lack of emotion and joy that I have in my soul. So I just love internalizing it so that it's a real external thing instead of this internal well of hatred and sorrow that, Wow, this started off as a joke, but...
My favorite candy is honestly either whatchamacallits or Swedish Fish. Neither of those are really, popular Halloween candies, but they are objectively the best.
My favorite kind of candy is black licorice. And I know this is an unpopular opinion and may brand me as a heretic, but I stand firm in my beliefs and shall not equivocate on them.
Favorite kind of candy? Three Musketeers. Easy. I could bury myself in Three Musketeers and die a happy, happy man.
My favorite kind of candy? I'm not really huge into candy. I don't really get a lot of opportunities to eat it. But when I do, I think it'd either be Swedish Fish or sour gummy worms. For sure one of those two.
My favorite kind of candy is candy corn, but only during the month of October, because I think if candy corn was available all year round, I would get sick of it. Every other month of the year, I would say, I really like gummy worms and most types of chocolate.
Do I like scary movies? I do. I do like scary movies. I have not seen many. I've seen some really good ones though. I've avoided the shitty ones because everybody says they're shitty. Like, the only one that has like scared the fuck out of me was The Shining, which, I mean, come on. Fucking Kubrick is a genius and his movies are cool. But that movie's scary. It scared me a lot. I really like that. It's a good movie. It's great. Well done.
As for scary movies, I have a weird mix between being absolutely fascinated by them and being an absolute coward. I can't handle anything like Paranormal Activity or like The Boy and stuff. Those just freak me right out. But I love things like The Evil Dead and Scream and stuff, like the more classic ones, because those ones aren't scary, but they're just so much fun. And out of those, my favorite is probably the first Halloween movie, because it is so simple and so well done, but, if you go deeper into it, the lore is just like insane and so stupid, and I love it.
I do not really like scary movies. I'm a high-strung person by nature, and additionally, I get far too invested in the characters so that when bad things happen to them, it lingers with me for days sometimes.
If I'm in the right mood for a scary movie, I'm all about it. I'd say my favorite one is probably The Exorcist, the original. Modern, The Conjuring. I really hate what they did with the rest of them. The other movies don't exist.
I'm definitely not a horror buff or anything like that by any stretch of the imagination, but, when they're on, I really enjoy them. For my favorite, I'm going to go with a very typical answer here and say The Shining. I mean, even without looking at it as a scary movie, it's just an extremely well-made movie, even on its own.
I love scary movies. I'm a big fan. I love the horror genre in general. My favorite movie, I really like Hereditary. This isn't a movie, but I just finished watching The Haunting of Bly Manor, and I am obsessed with it. So that's, again, not a movie, but I really love it.
The world is on fire, so I can't dress up as anything. Sorry, guys. I will talk about this yearly tradition that my buddy Chris and I had, though, where we would do, dual costumes. We can't do it this year because he's in Boston and I'm in a southern city that I won't give away to all of our adoring fans, because I know we have them and I know they're all trying to stalk us cast members of Andromeda 6. I know we're all super hot. I've seen the pictures of Matt. Sorry. I've seen the pictures of Nico and fucking the rest of the crew of the Andromeda 6. Anyway, my buddy Chris, we were doing dual costumes. One year we were Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World, which is the best Mike Myers movie. I don't give a fuck about Shrek. Shrek can suck it. Wayne's World rules. There were some other costumes, but they weren't as cool. June. What would June wear? He's a little soft boy, and I like to imagine him and Nico would probably dress up as a flower in a pot for June and a little bumblebee for Nico, which would be adorable. I need that actual fan art now. So yeah, that's what I think June would wear, because he's a little baby. He's a little baby boy.
I don't normally dress up, but this year I actually have to for work. The restaurant that I host at every year for Halloween, the servers and hostesses dress up in their Halloween costumes and then have a competition, and the winner gets a gift certificate to the restaurant. And if you work that night, it's required that you dress up. So if you work that night, you have to be in the competition, which sucks for me because I hate being perceived. I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing for that, though. I'm probably just gonna do whatever my roommate/coworker wants me to, because she really wants to do a matching costume this year. So I'll probably just go along with that. I feel like that's such a killjoy response to be oh, I don't enjoy dressing up. I'm sorry. I do enjoy Halloween, and I love seeing what other people dress as, though. Riona, though, I feel like she'd have fun with it. And specifically, I'm thinking of, pun costumes. There's this one episode of New Girl where one of the character's girlfriends goes as raining cats and dogs, and he asks her, he's what are you supposed to be? I don't understand. And she's I'm raining cats and dogs, don't you get it? She's it's funny. And I feel like that's definitely a Riona thing to do.
I am not getting dressed up this year, as while I do enjoy a somewhat flamboyant dress sense, it is far too much effort for no return, seeing as where I live trick-or-treating has been cancelled. Bash, on the other hand, I think would go not all out, but I think he would take a special kind of joy in throwing together a costume that, while vaguely resembling what he intended, looked more akin to a bunch of cardboard boxes that have gained a terrifying amount of sentience and glomped upon him.
If I had an ideal costume, it'd probably be Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid. I think Damon would definitely go as a cat, but it'd be like a really lazy basic girl costume. He'd just have cat ears and he'd draw some whiskers on. And he'd talk shit about anybody who said it was lazy.
I doubt I'm going to do any serious costuming this year, but a sure bet would always be the cowboy outfit. It's funny I bring that up because I've actually joked about this with Silver before, but Cowboy Cal is a concept that definitely needs a lot more love. I actually did an audition for a cowboy part in a Never project. I didn't get it, but we were joking about it in our DMs that Cowboy Cal is one that deserves to be heard by the world. But in reality, Cal would absolutely resist dressing up for Halloween. But I think someone like Bash or Nico would definitely egg him on into dressing up, and he might throw on a hat or something like that, just, out of pressure from the crewmates. So he just throw on like something really basic and say, hey, this is my costume. I'm technically dressing up and you can't complain about it. I could definitely see that happening.
I'm not huge on dress up. I am very lazy, and putting together a costume stresses me out and gives me unnecessary anxiety. When I was like 12, I dressed up as a stoplight for Halloween, so I used to be a Halloween icon, but now not so much. But maybe I'll bring back the stoplight someday as an adult, revamp it. I think Ayame would dress up as a sexy Calderon for Halloween, and nothing else. I think she would do that every single year that she knew Calderon. She would do the same costume every year.
Yeah. That's all the questions. I still have 30 seconds left before I hit 5 minutes. I love everybody listening. You're probably not going to put this in the video, but you know what? Silver, you rule. And if you do put it in the video, man, everybody watching this video, you're amazing. You're beautiful. I love you so very, very much with all of my heart and soul. I hope you're staying safe out there. I hope you're staying hydrated. I hope you're staying positive. If you're not, love yourself.
Stay safe and watch out for each other. Bye.